Welcome to another Marvel Legends review. This is US Agent 27, and today we're going to be reviewing the Marvel Legends figure Gambit. This is actually from the single carded pack. There's also another version, of this figure that's actually from a X-Men box set. I don't have that version to compare it to, unfortunately, so we're going to take a look at this version today. This actually just came in. It came in from a gentleman up in Canada. His name is Gray Fox, and he is actually on the www.mucollectorclub.com webpage. I'm a member of the forums over there, and what we do is we're a big community, and we kind of just trade with each other, talk comics and toys and movies. And I threw it out there that I was looking for this figure, and he happened to find one at his local comic shop, hit me up, and basically all I paid was what he paid for it, which was like 15 bucks, and then shipping from there to here. He also sent me a Nightcrawler, which I did a review of before this one. So overall, it was a great deal. I really love this figure. He is awesome. In my opinion, if you don't have this figure, you definitely need to get it for your X-Men display. He's a mainstream character. He was very popular when the X-Men animated series came out, and that's really where I knew him from. That and the comic books at that time, the Jim Lee comic books that came out. So he's a great figure overall, and we're going to kind of talk about the figure quite a bit. I have to keep the video down to about less than 15 minutes, and I like to keep my reviews about 10 minutes or so, so I'll try not to go over. But anyway, let's get on to the figure review. So the first thing I want to do is I want to take a look at the base, because, don't get me wrong, the figure is awesome, but the base is equally as awesome. I'll kind of pan down a little bit. So the base that comes with him is like one of the Sentinel bases that came in this series. And what it is, it's kind of looks like a Sentinel hand. It is coming up out of the ground. It's got all these wires and electronic doodads that are all around it. It's got peg holes for Gambit's feet, so you can sit on. And then on the back, you've actually got a push pin tag, so you can actually set this up. Kind of like, again, my camera isn't picking it up because it's so large, but you can set it up kind of like that on the wall. So the base is awesome. I will probably definitely use this in some sort of a display. I'm just deciding how exactly I'm going to do it yet. But yeah, I'll definitely use this. I'm really glad I have this, and he sent the base with it. But yeah, it's really awesome. It has a lot of paint detail, a lot of scorch marks, claw marks. Really awesome base. Can't say enough about it. Let's get on to the figure. So let's go over his accessories that he comes with. He comes with two different accessories. The first one he comes with is his playing cards. Let me see if I can get the camera to focus. There we go. And the playing cards, they have the Ace of Clubs up here. Which is cool. It's got a couple cards up there, and then this is just like a plastic material. It's almost translucent a little bit, but not really. It's got a really nice paint wash to it. And then you can sit it in his hands going this way, so it's like kind of shooting out of his hand. And then Articulation Prime actually pointed out in his review video that he puts it in with this way, and I kind of agree, and I'll show you how that looks when I get to the figure. But that was the other accessory he comes with. This is also great for like ACVA. If you guys don't know what ACVA is, it's articulated comic book art, and you should go definitely check out their Facebook page and whatnot. So let's get on to Gambit. Oh, one more accessory. The other accessory he comes with is his staff. Now the staff, from what I've read and what I've seen online, all of them are bent, so they all come out this way. And I'll probably eventually heat this up and try to get it a little bit straighter. But for now, it's fine. It's got a lot of nice detail. It's got little notches in it. It looks good with the figure. Alright, sorry about that. My camera ran out of battery power as I was filming the first part of the review. So now on to the figure. So here we have Gambit. And Gambit comes with this cloth coat, which is supposed to represent like his leather coat, which is really cool. I have mine kind of tied in the back. Again, I got that hint from Articulation Prime's video. He has a very nice head sculpt. You guys can kind of see. So he's even got his like little 5 o'clock shadow. He's got a smirk. on him, which is cool. And the coat is removable, so I'm going to take this off to just kind of show you the rest of the figure. And do that, I'm just pulling his arms back. Kind of taking his coat off. Alright, so now we have Gambit. And I can't stress enough how nice of a figure this character is. Right off the bat, you can see we have detailing up here on his collar piece. It's all in blue. My camera, it really isn't doing it justice. I'm going to try to zoom in just a little bit. There it goes. So, I mean, that's all detail in there. It's got a nice purple on his chest. On his arms, they did all the detailing, even though they didn't really need to do that because, you know, he's going to have his coat on most of the time. And it matches up with what's on his legs, as you can kind of see. He has these funky, well, not funky, but kind of like these weird arm joints. And his, you know, shoulders do stick out quite a bit, but you're not really going to see that because you're going to have the coat on him most of the time anyway. He has a ball joint up here, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. And then he has hand articulation, so his wrist can go this way, it can go this way. And on this side, his fingers are actually, articulated, so he can kind of throw them out and put them in like that. And this is the hand I usually throw his piece on, and I just take it like that, and I put it, so it's kind of like in his hand, so he's kind of like throwing it. And I think, you know, I agree with Shard. I think that looks great, like that. Alright, and his other hand, this is where he's got the clenching action to hold his staff. This is another complaint I have about the figure. I don't have that many. They should have gave him thumb articulation, because when he holds his staff, it doesn't really clench down. So what I'm going to have to do is, when I actually get him into the pose I want, I'm going to take some Quake Hold and throw it in his hand, just so he holds his staff pretty well. He has a nice, deep ab crunch, as you can kind of see. It goes up, it goes down. He has a waist swivel. His head can go up about that far. It's on a hinge. It can go down quite a bit, and left to right. Okay. He has ball joints on the hips, upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees. And then he has a calf joint right about there. And all this detail on his leg, that's all sculpted in. That's not paint detail, that's sculpt. I mean, this is an awesome figure. He has great foot articulation. He's got a toe joint, like that, goes down. And he has ankle pivot. So he has really great ankles, so you can get him in some really dynamic poses. And you really should be able to. I mean, Gambit is a very dynamic character. You should be able to get him into an awesome pose. It's one of the issues I have with the Marvel Universe Gambit. You can't really get him into that great a pose. His articulation is very, very limited. Alright, and that's basically the figure. Overall, if you don't have Gambit, you really should go out and get him. He's a must-buy. He shouldn't be that expensive. Maybe, you know, 20 or 30 bucks, give or take, on eBay. Or, you know, come check us out on mucollectorclub.com. Throw up a want list and see if anyone around has it. That's another great way to get figures, too. I just did that not too long ago. I put up about 40 figures, and, you know, another member saw it, and he's like, hey, I got these 7, I'll cut you a deal. Sent me a PM, private message, and sure enough, I'm getting 7 figures off my want list, you know, at a really, really great price. Some really, really great figures, too. So that haul video will be up probably later this week. So anyway, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you later.